It is always with great joy that we come to share with you in this manner, just to see those who are quite aware that they are upon a spiritual path. Not that it is indeed a different path, for always there is a path. There is a plan for each and every being upon earth and all those in the spirit world also. It is a different form of scenery, you might understand, upon your planet for yourselves. It is a different way of existence, for you have the cumbersome physical body in which you are moving about and traveling from day to day, resting hopefully at night time to recuperate your resources of energy. And your experiences day by day are vastly different from those that you may encounter in the world of spirit. It is a time, indeed, when you should all be willing, in fact, embracing the continuance of life, the knowledge that this is so that you do not spend and waste time upon your earthly existence, wondering as to whether you should have taken a different course, or whether you have missed vital opportunities. We do assure you that many, many things come about in cycles, and you will get that opportunity again whilst upon the physical plane. If you do not, it will take place at some later date. It is not lost and forgotten forever. For if it is of importance to your own spiritual understanding, your own spiritual unfoldment, it will indeed most definitely take place again at some time or another. So we suggest to you, dear ones, that you do not reproach yourself in any way whatsoever for things that you have left undone, that you might consider that you have overlooked or simply walked away from. And you might feel a little disgust even with yourself at times. This is all embracing and also expressing forms of negativity. And it is not beneficial for you in any way whatsoever. So we do suggest to you that you embrace every day and all the happenings of the day, so that you can make the most of that which is actually taking place. You cannot be two places at once, although it seems that the mind often splits itself, or it may be that you are simply shifting yourself away from the light within you, that very core, that very center, that very dot within the circle. And when you move away from it, you will find that you are undoubtedly floundering. Mind you, we have to say to you, your own ego would be quite delighted when this takes place, for it gives an opportunity for your ego to stand tall again and make itself known to you again, and to encourage you perhaps to do things that are a little uncalled for, shall we say. But it is most important to endeavor to keep your alignment, your attunement with that center within you. If you can do this most of the time, we do not expect you to have full control entirely upon yourself. For if this were so, you would not be walking upon the earth plane. There would be no great purpose in you being here. But do try your utmost to keep your attachment to the very center of your being. We talk to you in ways of love, For we do not ourselves examine you and criticize you, for that is not our way. For we are many who have gathered together are like-minded beings in the world of spirit, sometimes known as the unified ones, but we are uniting our thoughts, as it were, and it comes out in words as to the one who has been given the opportunity to be the spokesperson on this particular occasion. Sometimes there are those that flow in and out, and this very often takes place. So be alert and just see whether you notice any great changes taking place, because it is very easy for us to be able to express ourselves because our thoughts flow so perfectly together. We do not have any difficulty in this. It is an opportunity for us if we have an instrument in which we can indulge in this way. And that, of course, takes time to make the process of this instrument or other instruments, whatever the case may be, to allow this to take place. It is with great joy that we do this because, of course, you will find that there are many, many wonderful ways that we can talk to you. We can talk to your mind. We can whisper to your heart. We can indeed be in contact with every one of you, but you must be willing to listen. We cannot make this great contact when you drift away from the core of your being, for it is in this particular alignment that we can express ourselves, those of great love. Yes, indeed, it is possible for those on different planes of different energy levels, different vibrations to contact you when other things are taking place. But if you seek to the very highest within you, which you surely must do, then it gives us a great and grand and glorious opportunity to whisper in your ear, to encourage you, to give you strength when you most need it. When you are feeling down, lonely, utter confusion takes over. If you could but for a moment allow this beautiful connection, this unity to take place between yourselves and those dear loving ones in the spirit, because we do assure you that there is indeed every one of you has a guide with you. You all have wonderful people to come and listen to your heartbeat almost. It might sound rather strange to you that can happen, but it does. So do not ever feel alone wherever you are. Feel strengthened. You cannot close yourself up and expect to have the great power pouring in. It is like closing the door and closing the windows and then expecting the fresh breeze to enter your home. How can it if there is no possible way that it can enter or exit for that matter? For the power must keep moving, it must keep a flow, otherwise it becomes stagnant within you. And therefore, it is not so beneficial for you. It is a wondrous power, absolutely wonderful, and it will distinguish itself to you quite easily once you become really familiar with it. You can see by your own approach to the calamities in life and the difficulties and the hardships. And unfortunately, we cannot say to you that you will not have any of these, for you are here to experience these things and to discover your true reaction to every experience that you have. Do try. We do not command you to, we only suggest that you try. Try always to react in the finest possible way to everything that occurs. For that is the most important part. It is not that which some do perhaps to you, it is that which you respond within yourself, whether you keep it hidden, wherever it is known to your own soul, it is known to your own spirit, it is known to the God within you. So do not ever let yourselves get caught up in a stream of feeling that others are twisting you around, making you be something that you are not. It is vitally important that you remain exactly as you are. And if you do this, you will find that the heavy burdens that others seem to throw at you, you do not catch them. You let them fall by the wayside and let them slowly disintegrate so that they have no power whatsoever within you. They cannot affect your life that way. You are often told that nothing can destroy you. It is only your own reactions that can destroy you. It is impossible for others to destroy you. But you might think sometimes the physical body is destroyed by another. But we can only say to you, dear ones, it is not the soul, it is not the soul, it is not the love within you. Only you can do that to yourself, and it will then be up to you to struggle out of it and try your very best to find whom you are once again. But you do not have to do this alone, for there are many in the spirit world that will come to your aid. But it is necessary for you to invoke those whom you wish to come to your aid. You cannot simply say in your mind or say out aloud, please help me, please help me, please help me, because of course you are not stating the type of help that you want, and your idea of help might not quite be that which is coming across to the world of spirit. Everything is perception. You must know that everything is perception. Therefore, you must state your case very clearly as to the sort of help that you require. Otherwise, you are simply taking it for granted. So, dear ones, dear ones, just give some revealing gesture, revealing thoughts, revealing words as to the help that you require. We often hear people say that they do not have their prayers answered. It is vitally important for you to express your prayers in a beautiful way from the heart. We are not talking about beautiful words. We are simply saying, simply ask for that which you require. It does not have to be lengthy. Do not ask in a state of distress and despair, for you are in such a negative state at that time that you will restrain some of your prayers closer to yourself rather than them traveling high into the higher realms of holiness. Prayers are vital to your living. Perhaps your thoughts are prayers.
one way or another. Think on this, dear ones. That is the most profound way of thinking. When you think, what are my daily expressions of thought every day, every hour? There are many here gathered, many, many here gathered. You would be quite amazed if you could see the huge volume of spirit that are here tonight to share, to listen. For many in the spirit world have the great desire to listen, to understand, and continue to grow. Many come to join you in worship. So when you next come to gather together in a sanctuary like this with love, know that you have great accompaniment and you are opening the door for their presence. You are opening the door for their loving existence to be right beside you. And of course, in this great loving light, there come those that you have known in the past, and perhaps many that you have not known, of family links going back for several generations. But they are all part of your family, and they all hold interest naturally. So let this be a place of joy, of love. So we come to you, dear ones, always in this love, always, always in this love. And we bring you peace. And may that peace ever live within you. May blessings be upon each and every one of you. Let there be no exception. For the light shineth on all things. It does not select. For those that walk in the light, there is light everywhere. It is like walking in the sunlight. It is available to all. It is given to all, for all to use for the greater purpose of life. Lift up your hearts and send forth your light. May peace and love ever fill you and surround you. Blessings, blessings, blessings to all.